Actress Milla Jovovich may never get to bring the speedy Thundercat into live action, but plenty of parents already have in a way. Meet Cheetara, if you haven't met one already. If there's one thing that Cheetara has going for her, it's her speed. After all, she is based on the cheetah, the fastest land animal on Earth. It comes as no surprise that Lion-O sweats bullets when he learns that one of his trials to become the official leader of the ThunderCats is a race against Cheetara. However, as episode 42 of the original ThunderCats demonstrates, Cheetara's agility is not without its disadvantages. Her speed only lasts for a short period of time. After that, Cheetara runs as fast as any other ThunderCat. When Cheetara and Lion-O run alongside each other at the end of the episode, Lion-O is able to outpace Cheetara. At first, Lion-O doesn't believe he triumphed honestly, and accuses Cheetara of letting him win. This upsets her, as it goes against the code of Thundera. Only after Cheetara explains to Lion-O that the race drained her super speed and his determination gave him an edge does he finally accept the outcome. Everyone knows the look of Cheetara, but not enough has been said about her voice. Lynne Lipton, an American film, stage, television, and voice actress, didn't just voice Cheetara, she voiced every female character who appears in the first season of ThunderCats. Season 1 consists of 65 episodes, so the fact that Lipton voiced literally every non-male presenting character on the show is an incredible accomplishment.
You may mesmerize men with your evil beauty, but I am a woman. You hold no mystery for me.
While other talented women have also voiced Cheetara, such as Emmanuelle Shrieky in the 2011 reboot and Erica Lindbeck in ThunderCats Roar, Lipton will always be seen as the definitive voice of the character. Lipton even reprised the role for the Family Guy direct-to-video movie Stewie Griffin: The Untold Story, which also included Larry Kenney reprising his role as Lion-O. Although Lion-O and Cheetara have their moments together in the original series, Tygra is typically portrayed as Cheetara's one and only romantic partner. In the Wildstorm comics, ThunderCats: The Return, Tygra heals the emotional wounds of Cheetara after they are freed from their 5-year captivity. Through the course of healing their trauma, Tygra and Cheetara start an intimate relationship with each other. 15 years later, the two are officially married and become the parents of the new Thunder Kittens. In the 2011 ThunderCats TV series, Tygra and Lion-O, who are depicted as adoptive brothers, have a sibling rivalry with each other, which extends to winning the affection of Cheetara. In the end, Tygra is the one who wins Cheetara's heart. Unbeknownst to Tygra and Cheetara, their confession of love is witnessed by Lion-O, which stirs up complicated feelings of resentment and jealousy in the future ruler of Thundera. Unfortunately, the 2011 series was cut short before this spicy drama could be fully explored. There's more to Cheetara than her super speed. Her less mentioned power, but arguably her most important one, is her ability to see events that take place in the past and future. With a game-changing ability like this, why doesn't Cheetara use it more in the animated series? Well, that's because her sixth sense is presented more as a curse than a blessing.
Can't you hear it?
I don't hear anything.
I'm getting some kind of transmission.
When the visions occur, the timing is out of Cheetara's hands, and they often cause her emotional and physical pain, requiring a recovery period that can take days or weeks. In episode 26 of the series, Cheetara's sixth sense becomes mentally linked with an alien ship that crash lands on Third Earth, controlling her mind and draining her strength. Eventually, Cheetara does manage to tap into her sixth sense without it taking her completely out of commission. Given the number of dormant franchises from the 80s and 90s being revived for today's market, it seems crazy that the ThunderCats has been left untapped for so many years. While it seems unlikely that a theatrical live-action ThunderCats movie will be released anytime soon, one actress might have expressed interest in playing the series' leading female feline. A quote attributed to Resident Evil movie star Milla Jovovich expressing interest in playing Cheetara has been republished on numerous websites. She allegedly said, "I've always loved ThunderCats. I heard they were making a movie, and then they weren't making a movie. And I'm probably getting way too old to play Catra. No, Cheetara, that's the one." Jovovich supposedly said this back in 2017, but sadly not much has changed about the status of the on-again, off-again ThunderCats movie. Parents naming their children in honor of their favorite fantasy franchises isn't exactly a new phenomenon. After all, there are plenty of kids in today's world named after Harry Potter and Game of Thrones characters. But when it comes to naming kids after ThunderCats characters, Lion-O seems more appropriate for a pet cat than a human. Nonetheless, that didn't stop several moms and dads of the 80s from naming their kids after their favorite ThunderCat.
I am Cheetara. In my heart, I know I'm the strongest of my kind.
According to the baby name blog Nancy's Baby Names, 7 baby girls were named Cheetara after the character debuted in 1985. In 1986, 36 baby girls were also named after Cheetara, with 29 more girls named in 1987 and an additional 9 baby Cheetaras in 1988. There's currently no information for 1989, suggesting that's where the trend may have ended. However, that still leaves 81 people named after Cheetara in the United States. Now that's wild. Despite a promising start, the 2011 reboot of ThunderCats had its life cut short on Cartoon Network. A variety of factors worked against the new series, with the most significant disadvantage being that its toy line wasn't selling enough for its parent company Bandai, as acknowledged by series art director Dan Norton. It's a shame, as the new ThunderCats had ambitious plans for its second season, one of which would have been an episode dedicated entirely to Cheetara. According to a 2017 interview, Norton claimed that the 4th episode of Season 2 would have focused on Cheetara and her status as the last cleric of Thundera. The audience would have also been introduced to an old rival of Cheetara, described as a snow leopard. The episode would have also revealed that Cheetara blames herself for her grandma's death, as she wasn't fast enough to deliver medicine for her. When she forgave herself, the weights that Cheetara had been wearing would break. Cheetara would also gain the ability to see into the future in this episode, just like in her original incarnation. Even the most casual of fans will remember most of the original characters from the 1985 ThunderCats cartoons. The second season, however, introduced 3 new feline characters to the ThunderCats crew: Palmyra, Lynxo, and Bengali. Resembling an alternate color Tygra, Bengali is the blacksmith of the crew, specializing in forging and repairing weapons. Most notably, he fixes Lino's Sword of Omens after it gets snapped in two. In the 2011 reboot, Palmyra is introduced in Season 1, and if the show had lived on, Bengali would have appeared as well. According to an interview with Dan Norton, Bengali would have appeared as the son of Cheetara and Tygra. Given how similar Tygra and Bengali look in the original series, one would assume that making Bengali Tygra's son was a way for the 2011 crew to explain their extreme similarities.